Hey Tool Adventurers, today we're jumping back into the exciting world of small bore adventure bikes, and we're talking about the latest bike from KTM, their 390 Adventure R for 2025. Now this bike was unveiled to us late last year at EICMA, so I am a little bit late to the party, but it's soon to be released and available here in Australia, so it's a great time to dive on in, have a closer look and check out this cool bike coming from KTM. Whether you're a seasoned adventure rider or you're just getting started in the world of small bore adventure bikes, this new release is one you're gonna want to pay attention to. So let's break it down, what's new, what's improved, and where does the 390 Adventure R fit into the adventure bike market in 2025. Now KTM have finally given the 390 lineup a full overhaul, with the R model being the flagship option of the bunch. I did do a previous video on the earlier released KTM 390 Enduro R, which is more of a dual sport option, but I did mention there that I think most adventurers will be waiting for the Adventure R model for a few different reasons, which I'll get into later in the video. So what's new and improved on this 2025 model? Let's start with one of the most important features on any adventure bike, its suspension. A much improved, fully adjustable WP Apex suspension setup will be holding up the new 390 Adventure R. Now we're talking adjustable compression, rebound, and preload, giving you full control over the ride, whether you're just out for a day trip or loading up with camping gear and equipment for a big adventure. This new setup offers 230 millimeters of travel front and rear, which is around about 60 millimeters more than the previous iteration of this bike. So really a great improvement. KTM also tweaked the chassis geometry for better off-road handling. The bike gets a bit more ground clearance and more upright stance, paired with a 21-inch front and 18-inch rear wheel setup, a huge upgrade from the previous 1917 combo on the base 390 Adventure. As for the power plant on the Adventure R, we will have KTM's latest generation LC4 engine. Now this engine is already found in the Duke 390 and the 390 Enduro R. Obviously it will be tuned and geared a little bit differently to better suit adventure type riding, and it'll be pushing out 44 horsepower. It should have plenty of power for beginners and those with a little bit more experience as well. But with a history of reliability around the LC4 engine, hopefully we will see more of the same from this improved version. And having service intervals of 10,000 kilometers just ticks another box in the adventure bike market. As for the tech side of things on the 390 Adventure R, we are seeing some tech trickle down from some of their higher priced premium models. It's decked out with the latest and greatest cornering traction control, cornering ABS and off-road ABS as well. Now these rider aids will make this bike a great option for beginner riders, keeping the rider as safe as possible. The bike is also fitted with an off-road mode which can be switched on as soon as you leave the blacktop, allowing for a more enjoyable ride once you get to the tracks and trails. Also adding to the tech is an awesome 5-inch colour TFT display up front, stacked with plenty of features, allowing the rider to connect their phone to the KTM Connect system and listen to music, make phone calls, or use the turn-by-turn navigation through the TFT display itself. Now there is also an option to add cruise control to this bike as an added extra. I think it'd be awesome to have that on this bike for those long highway sections, but I would really like to see that as an inclusion on this bike and just come with it from standard. Now I did mention earlier that I believe people will be waiting for this 390 Adventure R over the Enduro R, and one of the main reasons that I believe that is because of the fuel tank. Now the 390 Enduro R model comes with a 9-litre fuel tank, whereas this Adventure R model comes with a 14-litre fuel tank. Now here in Australia, fuel tank size is very, very important. Anything smaller than 14 litres wouldn't cut it on this bike, so I believe 14 litres is a pretty good starting point to have on this bike from standard. So where does the new 390 Adventure R sit in today's adventure bike market? Well, this release shows KTM doubling down on the small bore adventure segment, a space that's been heating up really fast with bikes like the Royal Enfield Himalayan 450, the CF Moto 450, and a few others that are yet to be released. But I think the key difference here with KTM's 390 Adventure R is that they are aiming for riders who want more than just a commuter with some knobby tyres. This bike looks ready for real adventures and serious off-road riding, although still being approachable for new riders, and is still reasonably budget friendly. With the ride-away price currently listed at 11,295 Australian dollars, it does sit a little bit higher than your Royal Enfields and your CF Motos, but with all the features that I've mentioned and the off-road DNA you get with KTM, I think it's going to sell really well here in Australia, and I personally can't wait until they're released. I really want to go to a dealer and get myself on one of these and go for a test ride to see what they're all about. All in all, the 2025 KTM 390 Adventure R looks like it's going to be a real game changer for entry-level adventure riders and seasoned explorers alike. So if you've been waiting for a small bike with great off-road specs, this might be the one that you've been waiting on. But that's enough from me. I want to throw it out to all of you two-wheel adventurers. I want to hear what you guys have to say about KTM's 2025 390 Adventure R. Does it tick all the boxes for you, or are you going to be waiting for something else in the small bore adventure bike market? Jump down in the comments below, let me know what you think. I'd really love to read all your comments. But as always, thanks so much for tuning in and watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it and hope you got something out of this one. If you did, please give the video a like. It really does help the channel massively and I appreciate all the support. And before you go, consider subscribing to the channel. I'd love for you to join the two-wheel adventure crew and stick around for all my other bike review videos in the future and all my adventure rides into the future as well. Now lastly, if you do want to support the channel in a more direct way, check out all the links down below in the video's description before you do go. You can get some merch there and you can also support the brands that help keep me bringing these videos to all of you. So thanks for any of your support, guys. I really appreciate it. Ride safe on your own two-wheel adventures. See you in the next one.